We're hanging out with 5 of the greatest baseball players of all time. Yeah, sure, they're Oriole Hall of Famers, but they are in Cooperstown. And why are they there? Mental toughness. They had a great game, but I'll tell you what, at the major league level, you better be confident and have mental toughness. Well, I sat down with 4 Orioles, and they talked about mental toughness and their game.
Everybody's journey with confidence in the major leagues is different. Some guys come with it, and it's an amazing trait. That if you were a coach or a GM, you could figure out how to put that in every player. Let every player believe they were born to play in the major leagues. It would make your job a lot easier. But you know, everybody's, like I said, everybody's journey is different. Some guys figure it out year one. Some guys never figure it out. So it really, it's a big part of success on the field, and a really interesting subject.
I hear players talk about it all the time. Well, you have to have confidence at the major league level. You're not going to succeed up here if you don't have that confidence. Pedro led the National League in home runs back in 2013. Actually, your first round pick, like 2013, 36 home runs in the National League. I mean, so you obviously confidence sky high back then. I mean, what are your feelings at the major league level, and how do you hold on to confidence?
Yeah, I mean, like Caleb said, it can easily come, it can easily go. You know, what I've kind of figured out throughout the years, it's that you can't really try to hold on to it. You have to kind of let it come to you. You try to feed off of the previous successes you've had, whether it's a first-year pro ball guy and your previous success is college, or vice versa, college to high school. You kind of feed off of that because that's what the experience that you have. And you got to believe that you're at whatever level you're at because of what you've done. And I think that's the biggest thing, is knowing that you have the ability to be there and you have the ability to succeed. That's why you're there. So, you know, when things aren't going as well as I would like for them to go, for myself, that's what I keep telling myself. Because at the end of the day, too, you know, that guy on the bump is trying to get me out, you know, and he's got to win a couple battles as well. You know, I can't be the only one on the winning end. And I think a lot of times we lose perspective of that, and the fact that, you know, you can't be successful 100% of the time. You know, so you know, I really just try to. It's almost like a swing. You know, you gotta have rhythm. You know, we all have rhythm. You know,
yeah.
Just have it. Just let it come to you. You can't fabricate that rhythm. And to me, it's the same with confidence.
So learning from past experiences, you talked about it's a game of failure, obviously, but one of our guests today didn't have much failure a couple years ago, didn't blow a save, right? I mean, so your confidence, Zach, must have been sky high.
Yeah.
Am I correct there? And when you got it, how did you hold on to that?
You know, there was plenty of times out on the mound where I felt like maybe that was going to be the day. You know, didn't have it, wasn't feeling great.
You didn't have it?
Yeah, you know, it's amazing how it, you know, comes and goes. Like you said, it could be just like one pitch you don't feel very good, and you're like, oh boy, like, is this the time? Or I can't throw the ball where I want to throw it. My body doesn't feel good. I think confidence comes and goes, like Petey was saying. You know, but I found, you know, having so much failure as a starter, I had to build confidence, like, somehow, because it wasn't happening on the field. So I found that, you know, little things I did throughout the day, whether it was like getting a good workout in and just feeling good about myself, you know, find things that made me feel good about myself, led to getting more confidence out on the field. And I think as a reliever, obviously having results is always the biggest confidence booster. And sometimes you go through a stretch where maybe you feel really good and the results aren't there. So how do you maintain your confidence, right? So for me, it was about just doing other things, not baseball-related things, but other things, like I said, getting a good workout in or something like that, to make me feel good about myself. And I felt like that translated out on the field. And even, you know, through some of those saves where I was like, oh boy, I think today's the day, you know. You know, getting back and throwing one good pitch, I was able to get confidence from that, and then it built over time. But, you know, like I said, I've gone through some injuries now, so you look back on those past successes and try to, you know, gain confidence any way you can.
So what about you, Caleb? You, the master of the quote right here. And So you basically covered everything about confidence, how fragile it is, coming and going. Simplify it for us.
I mean, it's my career in a nutshell, really. And the irony is we're at the bottom right now in current time and space. But I mean, I've been to the top and I've been to the bottom. I have a major league record for 5 home runs in 5 straight games, and I have a major league record for 0 home runs and 0 RBIs in an entire season.
Yeah.
So, which people on Twitter always reminding me of, when I stink. But it's one of those things that you can't fabricate, and I tell you, this game it'll take you to the highs and it'll pull you down just as quick as it takes you up there. And I'm 32 years old and still trying to figure it out, and I have a hard time not mule lipping, a term that we use, or just feeling sorry for yourself all the time. I think what Zach said is a big thing, and finding little victories. And even in this time right now, for me personally, finding little victories, whether it's in the cage or talking to another teammate, or even getting a little flare base hit that starts to steamroll it in the opposite direction. You need to take those little victories, and then hopefully it starts rolling more your way, and then you build that confidence.